As my wife, as my son, as my job. As my family. Just make us against that. Oh, yeah. So, look, I'll get over you. I need to go out there on them. I'm going to find out yourself. Send me a postcard. Is it Podcast? I'm Jason.
And okay.
This is Walking Dead episode 73.
Yep.
And you want me to ask how you doing?
No, I asked what I've been doing.
Oh, okay.
Last time I was really talking music, honestly, what I've been doing. And last time I was like, nothing.
And so,
well, for instance, over here, so I came from Oakland in San Francisco, and I crossed the Bay Bridge on this really beautiful day, and there was the America Cup yachts practicing today, and Blue Angels flying overhead, which is gorgeous. But what I really wanted to talk about, yeah, great. I mean, this, I did a book series that I read, and I really like. Do you know the games?
I saw the movie.
There's a new series actually not about me. It's Elise series by Scott Butterfield, and I think Kathy on it. So the series starts with Elise, and then there's Pretties, and then specials, and it's so interesting. It's sort of a dystopian future kind of science fiction series, and it's fantastic. I highly recommend it. If you like Hunger Games, you will absolutely love the series.
We just have an audio for it, by the way. We have to do this all over. But I thought it sounded a little white, but it's satisfying read.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's like Hunger Games. It's really smart and great. It's better than a lot of each other.
Oh, that reminds me of watching Doctor Who season 2.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, so incredible. Yeah, the Angels are just something that's near your heart, and yeah, it's fantastic. And did you see Sherlock?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, good. I like it.
Elementary.
What's that?
It's the American version
No.
of it.
And Watson's the girl.
Yes. Interesting fun fact. Benedict Cumberbatch, he and Johnny Miller both doing Sherlock's on different sets of fun. We saw them at the National Theatre version of Frankenstein. Do you remember when we went to that in theater? And Johnny Miller was Frankenstein, and Benedict Cumberbatch
Oh, wow,
was
yeah.
yeah, it was
I haven't seen it before.
sorry, he was Benedict C was Dr. Frankenstein, and Johnny Miller was the monster.
They switched roles in it. Yeah, that was a great show.
And they're both playing Sherlock.
And Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be Smaug the Dragon in Hobbit.
Is he really?
Yeah. And this dude from The Office, I forget his name, he's Bilbo.
Yeah. He was he's great too. He was
I don't know what he's in.
yeah,
The Office. Oh, that's right, yeah. Okay, let's move on to some Walking Dead stuff. So I want to talk about the webisodes which just put out a few days ago, the Brendan Caro directed webisodes and the Telltale game. You want to talk about webisodes first, right?
Yes.
So if you haven't seen webisodes, you can never see them. No, go watch them right now. They're free on AMC.com somewhere, and they're like 4 episodes. I think 3 of them are about 5 minutes each, last like 10 minutes, and it's Walking Dead stuff.
So just press pause, walk over, get a glass of water, watch the episode, and then press like.
So even though we already talked about this, and we're doing it over again.
I really like how they're
You just loved it, huh? You didn't have complaints really.
No, they're like, you know what, the way I see things are like things, they're just, you know, it's off season, started, I already get some zombies. I felt like another focus,
I mean, I like the story of like the guy who his kingdom is the storage area that's sort of sad in the real world, but in zombie apocalypse it becomes something kind of special. He guards it, and he feels like finally he's the boss guy, the king guy.
The king's George Walker. Yay.
I was watching thinking, okay, I do like this story, but if it wasn't Walking Dead and I just came upon it, what I think, it's kind of fan fiction-y. That's the way I felt about it. I'm sorry, I love these. I like acting much better than last year, and some of the action was pretty cool. I like all the actors, but I had some complaints a little bit.
Couple of interesting things that I thought that things I noticed. One was he kept talking about text. Like it's not about have usually text. He mentioned texting text I got.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I think it's the beginning, so
okay.
maybe things are still.
I guess we still have cell phones, and I think text is interesting. Also, at one point they mentioned what's it like out there, and they mentioned key piece of information. China has a handle on it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's interesting. Also, I thought there were really two big surprises. Again, press pause, go watch them, come back. One surprise was that he got shot. He got shot. I didn't know he was going to get shot.
Bad shot. He just like
yeah, passed out for knocking on it. You know, what did you shoot at 10 feet? It's hard to do. And then another surprise is what?
Yeah.
And so I thought there were two major surprises.
It was really. I mean, the part where shot him, that was I agree. I was like, oh crap, finally something interesting. The fact that he got a little cheesy actually. But I thought that the woman was a little too perfect for storage.
I agree. If it had been a little more, if the whole thing would, if she had been more disheveled, if it had been a little grosser,
just more normal woman rather than supermodel type, because it felt kind of campy because the tone was serious and she was beautiful, but it just didn't fit to me. That's not usually, but it just.
Like nothing at a storage facility.
I guess I have a little bit of that same complaint with the show. Like they had some pretty actors for the show, so I guess it's with Howard. And then another complaint that's probably a little bit. I know this really bothering me that I don't believe that Faye, Rick, and family would have the storage facility in Atlanta. They don't live in Atlanta. And B, Carl is obviously no younger than he is now, maybe a year. Why would they take all their pictures of Carl and put them in the storage facility? And they, why would the family not only is it stupid that they would do that, but they made a point in the pilot of saying Rick was all distraught about not knowing where Lori and Carl were when he went to his home to find them after he got his home. But then he felt good because he realized that the photo albums were gone, and he thought Luther would take them, so Lori must have decided to go be safe somewhere and ship the photo albums.
Right.
But no, the photo albums are in the storage facility in Atlanta, so he was wrong about that because he forgot that they were married. That's what they're saying.
That's not the question.
But bring that whenever you do stuff like that. Pay attention to every little detail. Because of that, I don't feel that my intelligence is insulted. And we don't need that, you know. I mean, it's fine to want to connect with the series, and I like that idea, but I would rather have my intelligence insulted rather than not be connected. I'm sorry.
This is what you're turning poor creature into.
The guy who wrote this, by the way, also wrote Save the Last One, where Shane pops Lewis in the knee. I really like that episode. So
yeah, actually, I really like that too. So what I'm showing Jason right now is from last Sunday's New York Times Magazine. They had it was really cool. It's an inspiration issue, and it's a really cool photo essay of 4 different writers. One is the writer of Daily Show, one is General Hospital, one is Family Guy, and there's Walking Dead. And
really happy with 3 pictures.
In 3 pictures, they're really happy. In one of the pictures, the writer has her head on the desk and she's covering her head with her hands, and it's very sad.
Which writer was that?
Let me read you Edwin Zara's quote. He says, "When you have a wall in the room, the writer room, keep everyone together, bang their heads against it. They'll give way eventually." With their heads. Yeah, everybody else is like, "Yeah, we have a great writer, blah blah blah," and she just looks like she's been slashed. So, hey,
so do you want to say more about the websites? What you like or anything?
The thing is, crowbars are very handy in zombie apocalypse. Good to know. I did not know that. The guy used crowbar for all things. He kills a zombie. He pried open a door. Crowbars are great.
Yeah, really useful.
Also, if you win the lottery right after the zombie apocalypse, it won't mean anything. Jack. And China, apparently the media China.
I just saw Loopers.
Oh,
it was pretty good, yeah, and China has a big part in that too. It's good, yeah. So if you guys watch those, I don't know what you thought. I'm curious. I got to watch one time, and then watch it again sometimes like at the same time. So I'm watching again. I want to talk just a bit about Telltale's Walking Dead game part 3 called Long Road Ahead. After I played 2, I don't remember, but I just really loved part 2.
Yeah, you
I just was very impressed. So part 3 wasn't quite as good, but in fact when I finished playing it, I thought that wasn't nearly as good. But the next day it stayed with me, you know. I realized I actually liked it a lot better. It felt a little more gamey. Like part 2 was not like gamey, but like I was aware of like part 2 felt like that was part of the story. But this one you have to kind of go into a room and everything, go and plug in, have to do games sometimes. So it was a little gamey, but that was fun, just not quite as emotionally impactful. And the art is great, the dialogue and voice acting is really good in these games, which is I think is easy to overlook, but it's really impressive.
Yeah.
Supporting a game like this. The thing that stood out the most about it is really depressing. And I like things in the movie though, but there's a point where I almost feel like characters in the game where if so much happens to you, I feel like you shut down. And if they overdo it with the same, I might be a bit of like, I don't care, he dies. You know, just myself.
You remember Lost season 3? It got really bad. Things were going very bad early, and then he found the dark van, and he really wanted to start the van, and when he ran down the hill, and it finally came on, and music playing. I cried. I love them. It's super dark, and there's a little bit of something.
Yeah, it's like the guy who realizes he became the first facility.
Yes.
There was one part in the game where I was just so angry at this one character, and afterward, you know, in the moment, I was angry. Yeah, I didn't even feel that. It's good. So I still highly recommend this game. One more thing before we get to the news, I thought it would be fun. We have 280 reviews on iTunes, and that's awesome. And you guys have been really great about doing some awesome reviews on there. Really helps out, and plus it makes me feel good. It helps out because it puts higher on the list, and you know, it's easier to get interviews and stuff like that. So I thought I would play a challenge. So we have 280 reviews. If you haven't reviewed us yet, or just rate us, go on iTunes and do it. We'll see if we can get 300 before the premiere of season 3 in a couple weeks here. So we'll see how it goes. Every other Walking Dead podcast do this kind of thing, so I fun ourselves.
And if you do that and you go on and rate us, and you need something like that,
and it's easy by the way, and it's also free. And so you just go on iTunes, search for Walking Dead Cast, click on it, and click rate, understand that review. And that's it. So there's a bunch more announcements and things to go over in the end segment today. So be sure to listen out when we get that. But now let's get into the news. So,
You're not contagious.
I know what, I've been sick for like a month and you haven't got it
Yet.
yet, right?
No.
Sorry. So there's a lot of material on the web this week about the show news and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And but I think I did this last season too. It's like it's starting up soon. This is our last episode before we review the next
Right,
episode.
right.
So I'm going to spend a lot of stuff every day. So I'm going to skip a lot of news about the show itself and just do some tangential stuff. But there's a really good interview with Lindsay on HollywoodReporter.com. It's kind of spoiler season 3, but it's really good. And there's a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to let you guys find that stuff if you want to this time. I think we're excited enough about just watching the actual show that learning more about season 3 would just take away from it, for me at least. So given that, here's our first item of news for today. It's the tangential. I love that.
I gotta do it on your
Next item. So Walking Dead season 3 starts October 14th, which is in about 8 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's like
It's a week.
It's not always
Friday, and it's next Sunday.
Today's the 5th, right?
Yes, and it's the 14th.
That's 9 days, 7 days, 1 days.
Sunday, 14th.
Sunday 14th. And they're doing there's a new trailer online that's really great. It's 7 minutes long, but you can find that watch if you want to. Also, they're doing another big marathon showing every episode. Of
Oh,
Walking Dead.
nice.
The day before October 13th, and they're showing season 1 and 2 back.
Oh, great. Not Sunday, though. That's interesting.
Well, let's see. It's 13 plus 6, right? 19,
Oh, yeah.
20 hours worth.
Right.
So it'll be a day just like they're
Right, yeah,
long.
yeah.
Watch it.
I can remember that long.
We kind of just did. Next, Kirkman and Tony Moore have apparently somehow worked out their lawsuits.
Oh, my God.
They released
Good.
this joint statement. Robert Kirkman and Tony Moore please jointly announced that they have reached an amicable agreement in their respective lawsuits, and all parties have settled the entire matter in mutual satisfaction. Each side will be discussing any details, but will instead happily and productively spend their time focused on their own work and move on in their lives. This all sounds to me like a letter from Kirkman to Moore.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll move on.
Ron,
Next.
you go get life.
So we have to find out what happened. I imagine there was maybe settlement or something.
Yeah, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Wish I knew it.
Okay, the next Walking Dead novel, The Road to Woodbury, which is the sequel to Rise of the Governor, is out in digital and audio on October 16th.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. Probably listen to audio again. It seems like reading a little bit about it, it seems like even though it continues the story of the governor,
Yeah.
that it might have a different main character maybe. Lily, who has some pretty prominent actions in the comic, and she's also featured in these Telltale games that I'm playing.
Oh, nice.
So there's a lot of this
Oh, good. Lily.
Pretty interesting. Hope it's good. Okay, this is from AMC's Walking Dead blog. I'm just going to read it verbatim. AMC and the American Red Cross have been forced to raise awareness about the constant need for blood. Sounds like vampire. In the event of a natural disaster or even zombie apocalypse, these symbolists will help save lives. So they, I'm not going to read it for it. They have the American Red Cross Zombie Blood Drive campaign kicked off on September 24th, and it goes out for a second. And they got these stars that they dress like zombies. Steve Jackson, Mia Savari, Marie Menounos. They're zombified digital portraits actually created by Walking Dead's special effects guru. And so they're doing as part of this, they call it Public Zombie Announcement, or PZA. They're doing a what do you call it? Contest, sweepstakes. And so you go on to AMCGuildBlood.com and enter, and you can win an opportunity to go visit the set of Walking Dead in Atlanta. I think in season 4 they have season 4. I'll have some stuff to surprise if not.
Oh, so you think they have to give blood?
I don't know. I think so. Right, because the blood drive.
Yeah.
It doesn't say in this press release.
That is great.
I wouldn't do it.
Liar.
You do a lot.
I play less.
But it's just like a 3 hour process, right? 2 hours.
2 hours. Oh, I just sit there.
I did it.
Sorry.
There was so much pressure on my arm. It
Yeah.
just felt like something was wrong.
It's weird when they put the components. What do they take out your blood and they spin it through the take out the back. When they put it back, it feels freaky.
Yeah, but it felt like painful. I've done it a few times, and once it felt fine, and the other times it felt painful. So
Did you do Stanford,
I don't remember. I didn't want to,
Jenny was doing her residency at Stanford.
yeah, in Blood Department. But I do Blood once in a while. I need to do it again. Okay, next. This is from our article, comicresearch.com, about adapting the comic in season 3 of the show. Kind of goes against me saying I was not doing news about the show. And it says, Kirk explained that adapting perhaps the longest and best known segment of the comic series for TV presented a unique challenge in 3 years in production. Quote, I think one of the first things we did on the season was that writer Scott Gable, who probably knows the comic a little better than me, or actually a lot better than me, but I wanted to. He done everything from where they write at the prison comic until they left, and he just wrote the CGB chief on board. How different things happen, various events and character deaths that happen in the comic. We sat for a day or two just analyzing that. And at first I was, holy crap, I have a lot of stuff in those issues. But then we were able to start figuring out what applies to our characters based on what happened in season 1 and 2 of the show. And then we started to figure out what we could use and where we might go, and we picked key events that fit in season 3 and started crafting the show around that.
Did you say right that it was after the prison?
Up to the point where they left. So I actually wonder if they'll leave at the end of season 3. My prediction is prison will be 2 seasons worth, but maybe not. Because when Chad and I read a bunch of the comics a few weeks ago to talk about what happened in season 3 of the show,
Right.
we read a little over half of the prison issues, and that was like 20, I think it was like almost 40.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Prison loves prison.
yeah, I was so tired of it.
Yeah, I bet you were.
issues. But that's why I kind of think they'll stay there longer than this season. And also, I understand a lot of money building set and everything, but who knows?
Fantastic.
All right, that's it for news. Let's move on to our final edition of the season 3 watch, covering episodes 10 through 13.
Yep.
Yep.
And Judge Jury Executioner, Better Angels Inside the Dying Fire.
And 18 miles out, which is number 10.
8 miles.
So you watched that one, 18 miles out. I love that episode.
Yes, I did too. The whole it was interesting. These episodes are very had a lot of interesting things to do with Randall.
Yeah, so like the first half of the season was about Sophia, the second half was
Was
about
about Randall. What to do with Randall? And I still found the question really interesting. In fact, this morning Dave and I were sort of discussing and trying to make sense of what to do with Randall. I like that there's no clear cut answer. I like that there's no one right way. Everybody seems to have a different opinion about what to do with the guy. But you know,
I mean, basically, the 3 basic keep him as a prisoner, let him go.
right, exactly. And I thought Dale was. I mean, the first time I saw the whole arc of those episodes, I thought, wow, Dale was spot on. But now I'm a little more towards. I still think that absolutely I was side with Dale, but now I'm kind of starting to think, well, maybe. Well, it's not. It's really not. I don't know. Well, you know what changes? Because I sort of saw that Randall. You remember when he's walking out in the wood with Shane? He's like, you're gonna love these guys. Shane, they go crazy sometimes, but you're gonna fit right in. It made me start to think, oh, maybe they are bad people. Maybe he's a bad person. Maybe they're all bad. And that's what made me change my mind. I don't know. I still like Dale for me.
I mean, I get what you're saying. And after watching these, I mean, even when Randall early on when they took him to get rid of him the first time, Shane and Rick, and he sees that one girl zombie, and he's something like, come on, bitch, he sounds like a real like asshole. I'm just like, yeah, I'm enjoying it. And it's like, oh, now that Shane and Rick are around, maybe he'll peek into his actual character, maybe, you know, but I still felt like, okay, I do think they're going to see his character. And my hunch is that he's a bad guy, and all those guys are bad. But I always based my opinion on what they should do on what information they had, and they didn't have the information we got when Shane took him around the woods. And that, yeah, wasted Shane made me feel almost still not totally, but a lot closer that okay, he probably is a bad guy. And I think they were even going to have him kill Herschel at one point, and then change the plans.
Oh.
So Herschel kind of but so I'm trying to keep that season in my head of when we look at it through their perspective, they don't decide what they should do versus what we know as the audience.
Well, given what they know right now, I'm really on the audio side. And boy, Jeffrey Mann part. So when they had their little meeting in the living room.
He should get an Oscar for the best bug guy performance.
She does a very
Bug guy Paul, it's his standard.
Oh, but it was so good. It was so good. So those ones were really I felt like that was very good. And then of course after Shane snaps his neck and he comes.
He's a cool looking zombie. Randall is.
How did he have a brain and be marching around?
Because he's undead. Doesn't matter.
True, but that's my question from last time we watched it. I was like, well, then people in wheelchairs get them start walking around.
They try. I don't know. I don't care about that too much. I mean, it's just the thrashing around the ground.
Right?
Outrage his limbs or something. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the point. I'm really over that. I don't have any problem holding my sense to just leave over guys. But before we run from this point, Shane taking him out to the woods. Just one of our biggest criticisms of this whole storyline, your and my criticisms, is that they didn't spend a lot of time just talking to him, not even to see what he was going to have information about the group, right? And so what Shane did, started to do, what made me think that's a great idea. They should have Shane or Dale busting out and pretend they wanted to join his group just to see if he changed his tune, and get more information from him, right?
They could just come to the bar and like, look, I'm
It might be a little incredible if they busted it out. I believe they were on the still, yeah. And then they do things like try information about the group. And also just to notice it, the better idea was like, if he had still insisted, look, I don't know where they are, you want to go back to them, then you have better idea. I'll tell you, they have this many times, and that might be a little bit different. But I didn't even try that.
No.
So,
Do you think we'll see this group?
no, well, I don't think so, because it really didn't sound like they were part of the governor's group, because the governor's sort of like, right, that's what we've seen in previews. So I don't know, but I wondered if the horde of zombies might have seen whatever it is. You know, getting through the end there, maybe.
That's the thing about this arc of episodes. The last couple episodes were very, last 1.5 episodes were very much all about zombies.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool if we did meet people from this group and get to know a little more. But I also think like sometimes Robert Kirkman in the comic will have like one of his character who had just come to your conflict with the group, just ran off, and you never see that character again. And he said in the life page, you won't see that character again. Sometimes you just don't see people and you don't know what happened to them.
Right.
That's cool too, you know?
Yeah, that's how the world is.
Yeah, people run away from me all the time. Never seen it.
So this is also the beginning of Rick's transformation. It's really key, these episodes, for how Rick gets starting to really change.
The
dictatorship, exactly. You know, Shane kind of pushes him on the edge, having to kill your childhood friend.
I mean, when Rick took Shane to the, Rick and Shane took Randall out to let him go, and Shane ends up attacking Rick, telling him he can't keep the group safe. Yeah. And he throws a chain wrench at him so hard that it misses it. Rick's legs when they are break through the window. I mean, it's like almost going to be lethal to get away him in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, should we kill this guy Randall who we really have no reason to think is a bad guy yet, or kill Shane who is actively trying to kill?
Right.
You know, he should be just put up on that list as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how around.
Right, exactly.
And it turned out it probably was a better thing to do to kill Shane.
And by the way, everybody, because he really, in my opinion, I still think he probably should have told everybody how he killed Shane instead of going on like, yeah, I killed Shane, blah, blah, blah. How about me with Shane tried to kill me? It was self-defense.
But the scene where Rick is facing us and where he's behind him last episode here, and he's talking about, he starts saying, you know, I could have stopped it, but I almost wanted to kill him because he's been dogging me and all this.
Yeah,
And, you know, he's like, he gave him every opportunity to change my mind, he's trying to figure it out.
Right.
I love that scene. I didn't know this before, but I think that was one of Andrew Lincoln's best acting jobs. He just looked so beleaguered,
Oh, yeah.
angry and guilty at the same time,
Yeah.
hoping Roy would understand all this.
I also love him in the movement of
Yes,
Shane.
that's beautiful.
His voice was, I mean, he sounds haggard. I think he was nursing gold too, but his voice really, it's just his emotions are turning his voice, just his pain, you can hear it, and it's heartbreaking. Andrew Lincoln did a great job.
I didn't remember how mad he was at the end there. In the last episode, toward the end, almost everything he said, he's like, yeah, he's like, you're here, get out of here.
Yeah. Did you see on Facebook somebody posted
Yeah, what did it say?
Hey, everything's going great out here.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that.
Your suggestion of getting on the video. Great idea. Hey, where's your video?
The whole moonlit night scene with Shane Rick was one of the better good scenes of the series.
Yeah,
One of the scenes.
I agree.
I mean, I love it because of the visuals. Also because there's a sort of shift in their awareness of what's going on. Because I think at first Shane thinks he's fooling Rick, and he kind of is at the very beginning. But at some point Rick figures it out. But he keeps going on with the ruse.
Right.
And Shane does too. But the rules change such that you realize at one point that they both know that it's a ruse. They're still going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they don't even bother to say, okay,
Yeah.
now we're on the same page. He just says, so we can do it.
Yeah.
And I'll just
And like-
that's brilliant writing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, just overtalking or explaining things.
Right.
Good stuff.
And John Bernthal and Andrew Lincoln.
Yeah, they did a good job. Although I wish that when Shane had stuck his hands in his hands, just shoot right now. You know, you can't even do it.
Okay.
It was anyway, so it didn't quite make sense.
I was.
Maybe not.
He kept saying, look, this can't end. Just
Well,
go back.
when he was saying that, he wasn't going to because Shane had his gun out,
Yeah,
and
that's
saying, you know, we need to do this here, we're going down, and then
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But you're right, maybe he wasn't until Shane took his gun and pointed it at his head.
Right.
You know, like, it's just too much. How much of a person I'm going to be with Shane?
Right.
What am I gonna do with?
Right, exactly. So the last episode.
Yeah.
So then of course Carl comes up and it was like from my perspective it made him look like he was a clock. Rick, but in fact he shot the zombie Shane. He killed him like father first and son sweet.
In the comic, Carl shoots Shane when he's alive.
That's right.
And,
Much earlier it was like
yeah.
when they were back in campground. So Shane had a long time ago.
And I like that because, you know, the old Dark Knight Carl's character is important to the story. Although we're doing that, but that was like a huge point.
Right.
Although I also like that Rick ended up shooting because it was kind of a Rick Shane story that whole season.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
it
exactly.
had the same impact.
And then we see the zombies coming.
Yeah, which is so awesome. I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Over the hill.
Oh, that crane pullback.
Yes.
All of a sudden you see
It's
what's coming from the forest.
And it's funny because in the next episode, Carl's asking Rick, what happened? Why did he die? You know, what did they attack? And Rick's like trying to figure out what to say. And then he goes, zombies. Oh, thank God.
And then it's all about the storm. And then the intro for the very last episode where they're in Atlanta and you see a helicopter. I remember seeing last time, but it's still true. What is a helicopter in the zombies?
Just sound, I guess.
Oh,
They all sound.
giant bug. Yeah, it's sound right.
I think I read that segment was, or at least part of it was filmed during the pilot episode when they were filming stuff. And, you know, Reese was
Yeah, it's actually
totally.
and it was a zombie episode from start to finish.
Yeah. But I want to go back because we're talking a lot about the end. And I remember when I watched all these the first time, I had a big problem with Andrea early on in these episodes. By the end, some of that left me and I was like, okay, she's doing it right now. Like she had that moment with Lynn, where it kind of came to Riverdale and helping support each other.
Yeah.
That was nice. But watching them all back to back, I don't like her at all. I hate her.
Really?
Because the whole thing about the suicide, where she thinks that Beulah should have a choice.
Yeah.
I totally don't agree with that. And I think that you know, Andrea got to make her choice, but when she was at her deepest, darkest despair, she didn't make a choice. I can see, you know, as a friend, you want to help someone through until they get to a place where their mind is calm and they can make a rational choice. And that's what the gift that Dale gave Andrea, and she should be grateful for that because now she decided she wants to live. But she wouldn't have had that option if she got to do what she wanted to do.
Right.
And now with Beth, I mean, it is arguable. I guess you know, Lori said, well, maybe you know, you got cross lines sometimes. I firmly have one side argument. I can still see how it's kind of arguable whether it was the right thing to do that night. But to go in and convince her sister to leave her alone and then do it, that's unforgivable. You know, if I hope Maggie never lets that go because that was such a betrayal of trust.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's, you know, you just don't know what you want unless you're in that situation. It's like a
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if she had kept on saying it for a long time, but if after just one day,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, give it a little time to get over it. It's not just like, oh, wait, did someone say on my close up here? I said that. No, I just are you sure? Did you do it?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I agree.
And then, like, the scene with Lori and Andrea in the kitchen where Andrew's saying, or Lori's saying you should be doing women's work. Okay,
God, yes.
that scene, Lori is obviously wrong about that. But everything else in that scene, Lori's saying, you know, we should try to make life worth living. Well, that makes sense.
That sure does.
Yeah, don't give up on that.
Right.
And she's saying, you know, Andrew's saying Lori's wrong for taking the knife from her. I don't agree with that. I just think that Andrew's wrong about everything in the scene, except for the part about that it's just as good and more valuable to keep watch over and keep it safe.
It's interesting to see what they do in season 3.
Yeah,
I mean, now she's talking about clearly she's talking about Michonne. At the
No,
beginning.
not sexual.
No.
Okay, that's what some listeners hope.
Right.
Or at least hypothesize.
A little. Yeah, that's good to see what they do there.
Yeah.
She did shot. She's around. I mean,
Yeah, she's a shot, but I mean, it's all that, and I don't know, the way she dissed Dale a lot. And she's talking to Lynn, she's like, you know, Dale and I had our differences, but I think you knew, we all did, but I think you knew that we loved him. I'm not sure you knew that you loved him, you didn't really show it.
although at the very end she was the one. The one who spoke up in the living room.
Which seemed a little abrupt, like she hadn't shown any indication that she was going to that point of view, and all this, like, oh, yeah, I agree with you, and then there was no elaboration on it, but it was nice that she, I just felt like, well, we're not going to let's run on here. So I just don't, right now, I decided I don't like the character, but we'll see.
So like her. Carol, I knew that. I forgot how annoying she was. This is about all him and I'm sick of people. Twice in the episode she said she starts screaming to nobody in particular. Or even direct. Do something.
Yeah. Or when she says, why do we like talk about Randall? She's like, I never signed up for this. Why do we have to make these decisions? You just decide.
Yeah, right, exactly. And yeah, I can really do that.
And then there's when Carl gives her lip and she goes complaining to Rick, keep your boy in mind. All those things are, I think, are annoying, but I think they're like what person might do, you know. So
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think you want her to die.
No, I don't want to figure. I don't want to do that.
No, she's dead.
Yes, nobody else. I she did die necessarily. He's going off from deep end. Old 22.
I love in Dale's, or not Dale's, the next episode. There was sort of you know, there were a lot of vulnerable moments. There was Glenn and Andrea by the van.
Oh, are you fixing everything?
There was Lori saying she was sorry to Shane.
Yeah.
And there was Carl and Rick. I love that scene. They're sitting on the bottom.
yeah.
You know, he's like, I thought it was so quick. I'm just tired. Here's please take some. But they're all actually, and to me, like the show can get modeling, but they had license to go there because of a major their friend died.
Yeah.
So I know that when some of you guys can bring people together, you know, and kind of say, oh, let's just forget about it just for a while. And so I thought that worked really well. I like real scenes.
Yeah, I do. Carl though has his own interesting little arc. He does the same as when he hunted the swamp.
Yeah, and he sat there in front of Randall and kind of glared at him.
And also told Rick, kill Randall.
Yeah. And I think what he's doing is maybe is just trying to harden himself a little bit. And it worked because in the end he was like, kill Randall. And I think, you know, that's when I've sort of made myself mad, but that's when Rick said, oh, you know, we're all hard except for Dale, you know, in Alice. But now my son's getting that way. I really want that. Maybe that's not the world I want to live in. So that's maybe that's made me change my mind.
Right. You know.
They're all vastly back and forth between hating the group and thinking it's broken and being really damn helpful and everyone.
Yes.
But it's believable to me for some reason. I mean, he just seems kind of moody, you know. What else? It's interesting how on TV some people get shot in the chest and they die instantly,
Yeah.
and Dale gets his stomach ripped open and he's lying there for 10 minutes. Like, oh, but what do you think is more realistic? I have a feeling Dale one is.
People linger.
Yeah,
That's my thought.
he got pretty quickly of that wound, but lingering.
Yeah. Did Jenny ever work in emergency?
No, her sister isn't being. I think she might have
Ask her sister.
Anybody else stomach ripped
Yes.
open?
Yeah, Dr.
I know Jenny's sister has seen some serious shit because when we were all at Burning Man, she worked with him and somebody came in with a burn on his foot and he's like, oh god, and she's like, what am I? Yeah, Jesus Christ, here's a band-aid. I think he would at least though maybe go into shock and kind of freeze up.
I know, it all happened really quick. I mean, he was clearly something was going very wrong. I was like, more. Yeah, and it's funny. At that point, Rick passes his gun to or Dale takes the gun and sort of waves off Rick and says, you know, I'll do it. And it's a sorry brother. And give him the shot. And I was wondering why Rick couldn't do it. I think Rick was able to kill Sophia.
And then later, Rick thanks Dale and goes something like, you should have to do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, it was nice. Really nice.
Yeah. She didn't have that. And I thought one solution that's more humane for Randall than just telling him, just like slices his tendons, then put it away.
That's a great idea.
Or nice and do something like chops it off.
I really think the next.
Yeah, I don't eat. No, you're right. That's bad. Okay. I'll just do the lead scenes. You know how there's one scene where after Randall comes, Maggie and Randall leave Maggie's room and see him, he's a sophomore, and she's like, oh, he tells me about that. She's like, I just never noticed him. And then she says, he looks so nice, and Glenn's like, yeah, so his friends in the bar.
That's interesting. Wow.
Wow. Glenn said it because also in that scene, he looked geeky in the yearbook, and Glenn said, I was a geek in high school, and then she looked at him and said, like you are now, and he's like, oh yeah. And then she's like, you probably noticed me back then. She's like, oh yeah, we have geeks, but Glenn said that was too sad, so but it was interesting to know that he was in high school.
Yeah, it was nice. So yeah, great. Thank you.
I know. Another lead scene was, you know how Maggie asked Glenn if he wanted her to come upstairs and stay with her. Then there was a lead scene where he said, is that official open? And she grabbed his guitar and get upstairs. So
is the guitar used for something?
That's what I call it. She jumps around it. I'll throw it out there. Yeah, no, it's not. But they took that out because then the impact of him telling her that he loved her wasn't.
Yeah. Although back when we did that podcast for that episode, I gave out awards in that episode.
Oh,
yeah, I did, and that was the Inexplicable Decision Award to Glenn. I've seen Have you seen Lauren Cohen? Whoever put Glenn Randall in Lauren.
Shit, yeah. I didn't that.
And it's funny, I gave another award for negligent parent award to Lori for her completing ability to drive her kid in the middle of the post, and Rick for also not being Carl. And forgiving him. And by the way, there's Uncle when we did that episode, Andrea showed her badasses, putting the short fuse on those.
Yeah, I want to see you in a little bit on that. It's kind of different. We're on a little bit intense. But it's a good deal.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines, I don't know, Randall says to Shane, I don't know how to get nervous. Can't help it. Yeah, a lot going on.
Because from what we can tell here, it's slight limp and pretty much nothing else.
When another one did the podcast I listened to, they said that he sounded a bit too normal. But it's true. No, come on, you guys, I'm not a big guy. You don't get me.
Oh, Shane, you're crazy.
You don't want me. They respect me like that.
He was right. I was snapping that too.
Shut up, man. I remember speaking of RV started, so it burned down later that night. And basically, if it wasn't for Glenn and everything, the RV started.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, basically Glenn and Andrea killed
Jimmy.
Yeah, bad people. And I spotted myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Wow.
But you have to freeze frame it on some of those.
I spotted you once.
Yeah, because you only know.
Yeah.
There's one other part where if you're really sharp, you can see me.
Oh.
I don't remember this, but when they all scattered around and Carol is running backwards and she's coming towards
Yeah.
her. If you look right in the underneath. You know what I mean? No, I'm not going to.
I missed out. Did you give yourself a backstory?
No, I didn't. Some of the other extras totally have backstories. I remember hearing at least one girl talk about it. But for me, I just decided, okay, I have 2 modes. One is I'm kind of stoned and I just go in a straight line, and that's, you know, normal mode. But then if I see prey, especially Carl, who really takes it, then I just get like determined and angry and like hunter mode, you know,
Yeah.
or something.
So do you know how you died? Like, was there an obvious bite mark on you, or
No, you know what? It depends on the day because they're different each 4 days. But no, I think like a big blood spatter around the side of my forehead.
Okay, so maybe you got, or maybe you got bit. Okay, yeah. Let's look at that.
But there's one scene where Herschel was magic shot.
Yeah,
And almost at the very end of that, you can see my head framed by the fiery door of the barn.
Yeah.
They put CGI totally shot me all the ground. That was cool to see. And I'm the first zombie to break through the fence. They're riding by his motorcycle and you see a few zombies breaking
Yeah.
around. And for the crowd,
Oh, cool.
split second.
How does some recently die?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
zombie
she didn't tell me whether she had a backstory or.
I was wondering if she died as a zombie. Like, you know what her final moment on camera was?
No, I don't know. I'm sure she
Basically, let us know how you died. And so you died
She may have had once because I'm freaking all over the place. Is that, I covered that pretty well.
I did.
Anything else? I love the
I
blue
heard-
thing.
yeah,
Just a couple more random things. The zombies run for blood. You know, there's a similar dynamic in the Real Life podcast. They realize that zombies are attracted to sweat, so they like do a lot of cardio and bottle their sweat, and then they like throw it when the zombies go.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, actually, that makes sense because fear hormones are, I think you kind of release fear hormones in sweat. Yeah, and so they probably go after the smell of the hormones.
I think Randall can this time.
Yeah, when you look out into between the doors, and
Drunk,
yeah, there's a lot of really good mental protections.
Yeah, yeah, through the barn through the.
The window, he sits in the chair, into the door, and yeah, just like
Rick mentions the winter romance. He's got the cold effects, but I wonder if we'll see winter on the show because it doesn't make them film that because they're always filming this hot in Atlanta.
it would be cruel to try to like bundle them up
Yeah,
and make them
exactly.
fake this winter. That just sounds like it'd be awful.
Yeah. I got a bunch more. Okay, let's take a break. When it comes to us. Okay, so that's top 5 this time. It's top 5 things we're looking forward to or hoping for in season 3. Might have maybe 1 or 2 very light spoilers from the comic, but it's just really light, so we won't worry too much about it. And stuff that happens in comics doesn't always happen in the show anyway.
True, you don't know.
Okay, you go first.
All right, my number 5 is this. Up to this point, I pretty much know what's going on.
Yeah.
Kind of, but after this point, it's all the mystery. So I'm looking forward to not knowing what's coming up, having really no idea, and having a big mystery.
Okay, let me tell you what happens.
Can you please put that on the walls?
Listen to that a few episodes ago on our
I specifically did not listen to that.
That's totally, I'm jealous actually.
Yeah, I'm really kind of excited.
Cool. Okay, my advice is T-Dog and Merle do.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to. It seems like they've kept them around to have conflict and maybe resolution between T-Dog and Merle, and I'm looking forward to that. I also hope they get more stuff to do with it before, and I think the pretty cool thing would be for T-Dog to Merle or vice versa. So I also hope that doesn't happen, but if it's done well, it could be good.
Right. I have a hard time believing that it's surrounding my
Fire,
yeah.
fire.
I don't think that's gonna happen. My number 4 is Michonne. Daniel knows Michonne. I actually know a little bit about her, not exactly. My subscription came and I was like, oh, check it out. This guy's really nice name. No, well, I'm gonna line them. Check it out. You should before season 3. It's really great little arc of her character. And her zombies. Explains her zombies.
I just found out that next Wednesday they're putting out a Michonne special Lucky comic. It reprints issue 19, which was the first issue she was in, and that Playboy story is going to do it too.
Oh, nice.
So you actually pay for it if you are in the standing system.
Which we both are. And all the listeners. Yeah. Heck yeah. You which comics are you doing?
You always ask me that for the name. It's Comic Outpost. Yeah. Okay, number 4. My number 4, seeing how the governor's character plays out. From what I've read, it sounds like he has more of an arc in the comic. He's pretty much just a bastard from day one. So I'm glad to see he has more of an arc and I hope they do well.
That was actually my number 3 was the governor. And finding out this guy's heard a lot about him. I don't know who he is in the comic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him the actor.
Daddy on the show.
Yeah, the actor that they got is going to and English actor should be great.
My number 3 is one I'm hoping for. It's better character development. I just think that sometimes in the show, you know, it's a fine line between having a character that's believably inconsistent. Like Walter White, he sometimes he's vulnerable, sometimes his ego is so inflated that he's just totally ruthless. And but I always feel like the writers have such a great handle on his character and they use all that to good effect. Sometimes in Walking Dead, it feels like characters are inconsistent in a way that doesn't enhance the story. It's just weird. Like what the hell? And Laurie especially arguing Andrea. Like sometimes I find myself hating Andrea and thinking I'm not sure this is what the writers are intending to do right now. You know, I just don't feel like confident hands sometimes.
Right.
So I hope that they just get a better handle on all the characters and make them really pop.
Right, yeah, I agree. And that's what plays in my number 2, which is location. I'm looking forward to seeing the prison. I'm excited about it. I'm a little apprehensive. I'm hoping that it turns out to be great. That, you know, it's not one, it wasn't like I felt lost in the page or attached endlessly. Dark spaces after a while, I get really tired of them. So I want to like endless dark spaces. So
I like it.
we'll see.
Because in one of the recent interviews, Steven said something like, you know, in the farm we were so hot and miserable, and so we didn't have to act, you know, just because we were already miserable. And I thought that once we got to set, it might be harder, but now that we're in prison, it just feels so claustrophobic that we're miserable there too. So
All right.
maybe I don't know, we'll see. But I like that claustrophobic aspect. But I guess the part that we're using is just pirates and things. It'd be good to have Woodbury in there.
Right.
Soon too.
Right.
Andrea will follow Andrea around the other areas. That's what I mentioned when we were talking about rewatch. I noticed the show is better when people are out doing things like going to that bar, or, you know, finding Randall.
Those are high points.
Yeah, those are all high points.
It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Read.
Is it my turn? Number 2. Okay, this is a light spoiler. There's a murder mystery in the comic. That's all I'm gonna say. But I hope they do this murder mystery storyline. It doesn't have anything to do with the governor, and so that's why I'm afraid they'll skip over it. But in the comics, it comes before anything about the governor. And but I hope they still find a way to weave in because I loved it.
Oh, great. Awesome. All right, number 1. I'm so grateful. Zombies. Not Glenn. I also think that the show has zombies. I mean, it's not about zombies. The show uses zombies, and I hope they won't go through long stretches where we don't see zombies.
What if we go through a whole episode of zombies every episode? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, totally fine with that. But I like some zombies.
Yeah, cool. Me too. I didn't even have zombies on this list. So my number 1 is zombies. No, it's I thought there was some flashes of inspiration in writing in season 2, especially towards the end, and I want more of that, more of a simple writing. I want more intricate plots, so they don't have to sit around talking about their feelings all the time. More tension, like in the scene with when they talk about Nebraska in the bar, and most importantly, I want less of the characters spelling out how they feel and talking everything. I think with the governor and Woodbury being central to things, they're gonna have a good chance of that. I think having a kind of a we call it arch enemy or whatever, a villain on the show is gonna be really good for the show.
Yes. Yeah. New characters being introduced. It'll interview and change it too.
Yeah, but it's more just writing. They don't sell everything. Right. Subtext and then treat us intelligently.
Right. I can figure it out.
Yeah. So you guys wrote in a lot of correspondences, and that's you read them.
All right, I'm gonna. This one's from Jessica, and she says some annoying person's death.
She wrote us an email and saying it was I don't remember.
That's what she said. Some annoying person's death. Jason says listening to Karen swoon over more Glenn. It did not swoon this time. Jason, Richard says me looking forward to more Rick and Daryl badassery. Wouldn't kill me if Lori ended up dead by season's end. I'm with you, brother. Jeff says, oh, not Karen swoon over Daryl. I'm looking forward to the prison resolution. I'm using Daryl. I think that the squirrels in the last episode, and that you're not saying that.
That's really different.
Yes, I love that. So he says I want Mr. Carl that doesn't need about people knowing, just like he wasn't hot for a while. I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah, spoiler. Actually, some of you guys respond to that. Spoilers that way.
Okay.
But that one's sort of just hints.
Daniel Son says, I don't care. I'm reading different comics now, so I don't know about what's happened. Personally, I like to see lots of Michonne character kick ass. I'm curious to see what we'll do with her and Andrea. The winky little icon. Susan says, I like to see Hodgson badassery. In fact, it would be good to see by the end of the season, everyone with life have shown certain amount of badass. This can't be realistic unless there's a certain amount of that survival for this element. That's really very true. Crystal says, the Merle Daryl reunion. Oh, Mike says, hoping the governor, yeah, Mike says, the governor is quickly and not happy this season.
Yeah, I think it will be.
Jay says, Governor. Paul says, I want to see Penny.
I'm not telling you that is.
Wrong show, you're getting lost. Oh, Yogi says, Pennies. I'm not going to lie. Yogi, what are you referring to? You're probably referring to like swirl pennies. Paul says, I'm looking for a dish network, pulling their collective head out of their asses, talking about season 3 and providers. Wow, you may be, you might get what you want to talk about. Sandra says, Daryl tinkering some more stuff out of body parts, nose ring, or an eye bracelet. Wow, a nose ring actually made noses.
Yeah,
Or an eye bracelet. That's fantastic, Sandra. That is so cute. A little finger brooch, maybe. Maybe Rich says, wonderful zombie bit. Also, I want to see Maggie set up her kill skills. Set up her kill skills. And says, maybe unsolved mystery, but I would sort of like to see how Little House Sophia went from hiding to undead. I assume she's bitten, but whatever infection might have run Riverdale found gone.
No, she had a mark on her. Like it looked like an attack mark. I remember.
Do you know this from actually being there? Or
No,
do you know it from seeing pictures?
I wasn't there. I was in the middle of the season.
Oh, God.
But it's just really apparent. Because I'm
Let me just pull these apart in my head.
Not months.
Nick says, I really want to see Andrea because she's dead. Yeah, for sure. And Chris Mike says, Shane Flash. Hey, say it, but I'm going to say that way.
You want Shane Flash? yeah, I missed that way too. Women's too.
I miss him.
Peter Black Dividends. Okay, that's it. Thanks for reading. We'll move on to listeners' notes. You guys wrote in some really long ones, and they're slightly edited for life. But here we go.
This one came from Jen. She says, I've been hearing some people say Carl is just a sociopath in the making, and he should never have been able to shoot Shane, who had been a father figure for a while so quickly and easily. But I think it has less to do with him being a budding sociopath and more to do with Dale and Sophia's death. That's bear with me. Carl's first real interaction with the zombies in the woods when he got scared of the zombie cliff. Why would he even be able to have that interaction with the zombies in the woods? It was because Lois was dead. As long as she was alive, she would have held him back in a childhood state. He would have a kid to interact with. She would have him having too much interaction with the adults outside another season of people. With her gun, he is alone in his ultraviolet world enforcing rapid. I feel Carl is perhaps one of the most well-equipped characters to deal with changes to life in this zombie apocalypse. Unlike the adult characters, he learned very quickly from his mistakes of not killing the zombies. The zombie that ended up killing Dale, and did not hesitate to act the second time he had a chance killing zombie Shane. This isn't the action of sociopath, this is the action of a highly impressionable kid adapting to his surroundings. I have rewatched season 2 and even more confirmed that Carl is one of the most interesting characters on the show. I predict that Carl will be a more integral part of the group's survival season 3. He will have more responsibility to him, he will have more adult attitude, and he will be actively tasked with protecting the group any way possible. He has written emulate and he will become a version of a version of it. Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, Rick kind of even told him, he's like, I'm sorry you can't have a childhood, you can't have a childhood I have, but it's different times and I got to grow up.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely something to the point that without Sophia there, Carl's reality changes because they hang out together a lot, they play and stuff.
Yeah, and they can process it together through kid lines, and he didn't even process it with me.
Shane's sort of a man child, but still.
That's a really good letter.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, what is the sociopath? What is it? It's someone who doesn't have anything for people, right? So they just still want something.
And they don't feel
Yeah, and I wonder, I still believe that there's potential for Carl to be transformed into this world. Maybe that's what it takes to survive in this world, but you know, when you grow up with constant death and killing, you sort of maybe get callous to it. I don't know.
I don't think I'll make him a sociopath. I think I'll just make him very, very calculated.
He could be quick to kill. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, sociopathic is, yeah, you're right. I don't know exactly what it is, but if you don't have to kill without feeling, then there's maybe a fun line between Cal's hard and sociopathic if you're feeling without feeling.
But he didn't kill Shane. He just, dispatched him.
Oh, yeah, but he did tell his father to kill Randall.
Right.
And I'm just saying maybe he's not half. He's not there. We'll see. This is from Ryan. First, I agree with both your points about the suspension of disbelief. I remember especially in sci-fi stuff, positive dramas, a certain level comes with territory. Before she can get up and walk, before she can get up and walk down the time, right back directly when days coming out of a coma with fresh memory inside. What I don't like is when it's just the characters acting in nature, especially by the writers rely on those kinds of weaknesses and inconsistencies to carry the plot further. There are other ways of moving forward without giving the impression that the characters are competent or wishy-washy. More diligent child care, healthy sense of self-preservation alone would have probably eliminated half the issues with the first half of season 2. I hope there's less of that in season 3. Yeah, and I'm like, well, if they took those out and they have to literally put something else into provide the drama that those provided.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Lori not doing a good job watching Carl made for a lot of good moments in the show. So how do you make up that? I don't know. She continues. So then talk about Daryl and whether he's a real nuanced character or just a one-body style one-liner by hero. I think those two things are mutually exclusive. He reminds me a lot of Buffy. She was an incredibly broody, self-righteous, and ultimately unlikable character, but also central and necessary part of the show and her dynamic. The show would not have worked without her. It's also worth noting that she was never short on one-liners, even in the heat of battle. Who's this Buffy? I'm saying this.
No, I never saw. Yes, I see where you're going there, totally. I never lost my love for Buffy. And she was broody and self-righteous. She's like a teenager and she's forced into being the Slayer. It's tough getting it.
She says, looking for the next show being the third season. Don't get a bitch.
Words of the time. Alex Can's right. I just recorded Sons of Guns, and they have Max Brooks on there, and they have broken into 2 teams to make Ultimate Zombie Gun. Hopefully, you have Discovery Channel. Interesting. Sons of Guns. Yeah, you're right. Discovery Channel. Max Brooks. Yeah, it has to be a great podcast. Oh yeah, and Karen needs to sing more. What? This guy.
I didn't really care about something. No, I didn't.
Liar.
That's the first thing.
Karen needs to sing a lot less.
Oh damn! I should have put my old McDonald's song in. Oh, sorry, John. I love that song. Thanks, Alex. This is Natalie from England. We do a rewatch with both. I have to say, I'm preferring season 2 this time around. Time spent on the farm doesn't seem quite extreme now, which is hugely. But I found my hatred for Lady Beth, aka Lori, all the more. So much so, I see how the television screen whenever Casey comes on.
Awesome.
So Daryl always manages to make me smile when he comes on. He's just wow, love that guy. That's it. I've also found it difficult to watch, even knowing what happens at the end. I love Dale and the more unpopular Shane. I'm still mourning the loss of both of them to the show. Shane shouldn't have gone. I feel like I'm one of the very few who seem to understand and agree with his decision to shoot Otis and try to kill Rick. I'm just getting mad. That's right. I know that says a lot about me, but in Shane's defense, he did tell Otis to leave me behind when Otis refused to do it, and they were struggling. There was no way they were both going to get out, so Shane made a decision. But I wish he hadn't done the way he did for Otis. I still struggle with that scene when he did my hands being over. Lastly, I was making a recommendation for you guys, zombie film, or at least that's what they call it, called Armageddon of the Dead. And if you're in the mood for laughs, you saw it. I found it hilarious about this film. It's also funny because it's just so poorly made. Zombies are more funny than scary. I would watch it for people. I'm tired of crappy zombie movies.
I love crazy zombie movies. I watch with friends and turn into theater.
I'm tired of that. But that's not really ready for some of those.
By the way, whenever we have a female from England who writes us, I think you should have to do the voice in it.
I jumped right into the letters like I might say that. So
this next one comes
I do go more better than English. It's horrible.
Yeah, I do more. This next one comes from Sergeant Drano.
Yeah, Sergeant Drano.
I think that's Sergeant Drano's real name.
Yeah, it is. You like Sergeant Drano Smith.
I tried to do podcast weeks ago and finally got caught up. Good stuff. I got hilarious. You guys talk about how much you like, how much your life.
Because
to me, your podcast has some feel that. Oh, that's great. Perhaps you should change the name of the podcast to Dead Air.
But then we just know there is.
Yes, it's Dead Air.
There you go. Let's see right now. No.
Everything you guys do is fresh air, but zombie oriented. Oh my god, I'm terribly gross. This is Dead Air.
I'm here today with a zombie.
So, you talk about your childhood book.
She's kind of offensive sometimes. She just gets right to the like most awkward. So you eat human flesh. Don't you like that?
I actually like it. I like you guys inject politics in your discussion. Otherwise, I have to really oh,
there's no more that.
No more politics.
No
No more politics.
more
What the characters getting for occupation of the idea of zombie brains? I think you guys really should watch the origin of that. Should really watch Origin of that. Really good. Very entertaining movie, but not what I would call a zombie movie. It's a dark comedy and features some rather silly stuff like animated bones with no musculature to move them, or skeletons that somehow still have undecayed eyeballs. It's interesting that the casual public perception of zombies is a commingling of the Romero concept conflated with the brain eating of Dan O'Bannon's Return zombies. When you think about it, this conflation really makes no sense. Romero, the Walking Dead zombies need intact brains in order to walk around and operate. Destroy the brain and destroy the zombie. Eat brains would therefore be self-defeating.
Do you know that movie about Return of the Living Dead?
I know other
That's the first movie where it's a first movie where zombies said brains, and we should watch it after we start movies again.
It's I actually do not like Zombieland and don't give the true zombie. Why? Because you actually see zombies killing the entire movie. This is a movie about teeth, where zombies are never really demonstrated to get back, and always the tap sounds like a waste of limited ammo. If the zombie is down with one shot and you want to make sure it's dead, just hit with a crowbar or something.
Is that true? You don't see a zombie kill anybody in that movie? I know that. I didn't notice. I thought Bill Murray.
We see a lot of zombies die.
Is Bill Murray already a zombie? No.
Bill Murray gets shot by the hero.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
remember he's dressed as a zombie. So okay. And Jason's flamethrower is a terrible zombie weapon. Do you know what happens when you shoot attacking zombies with a flamethrower? You end up with attacking zombies who are on fire. Worse than of course trying to grab them by you. Of course, trying to grab them by you is on fire. The best ranged zombie weapon is an accurate .22 pistol rifle. You can carry gauze ammo and you place your shots well, which you need to do anyway. You'll still put them down with 100 rounds. Okay, interesting. I'm now changing my weapon choice. It's either
22 LR.
No, it's not. Oh, it's 22 LR. It's now a Tyrone.
Yeah, no fun because flamethrower sounds like fun, but I guess you're right. I mean, I guess if you could flamethrow or a zombie somehow that was within go here, that's something good.
Yeah, honestly, maybe maybe using the crossbow is actually a youth model. Yes, that's right. This is a child crossbow. You can find it on Amazon. We're hilarious. Last little food I think Shane's on the TV show. In the TV shows, foreshadowing of what Rick's eventually going to become. That's funny about the very
Yes, yeah.
At one point, Shane says that he truly cares about Lauren Carl and views everyone else as expendable. In the comics, at one point, Rick says the same thing and chewed this one over. I think Shane wanted Rick to kill him. He had every opportunity to go and he didn't. He tells Rick to take a shot. He tells him getting close, ultimately got what he wanted. I think Shane knew that he had nothing else to live for, that he lost everything. I think some goals go out in a way that would make Rick harder to for. So far, it seems to have worked.
I think he would have been okay with dying or having Rick back, but it had to be one of them.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And then it died in a way that made Rick cover. So anyway, he's really mentor.
Yeah, he was on that.
Sweet. Well, that's been out before season 3 actually hosts a podcast as well called Station 7 The Door. We started last movie directly to Walking Dead. To me, it is the zombie season. Later, Sergeant Drano.
Cool.
Thanks, Sergeant
Big fat crazy zombie.
The zombie season. Awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that was good.
Lots of get it. And brains.
He knows a lot about weapons.
Obsessed with brains.
So we got an email from Charlotte from Kentucky who drew this sketch of Severcan and I found it really cool. And I might ask her to post it for us. There it is. I'll put it on our site too.
It is so unbelievably cool.
But I'm thinking, I mean, occasionally we get art from listeners or they show us art, and maybe we should put an art section on our site and showcase fan art.
We should. It's a really good one of you and me as for superheroes. Remember when we were zombie fighting superheroes and underwear pants?
Are you sure you're doing that?
No, I'm right here. I'm drawing that.
Yeah, I know the other one too. So I know. So thanks a lot for the person that she's doing watch the show.
She's doing it.
Okay, then we have one call. This is from Grace. Here we go. From Manny.
Right here for you about Manny. Quick thing else, I've been watching a lot of, season 1, season 2, catching up with episodes again, and I noticed on season 2, I think it was episode 2 or 3, when T-Dog gets injured where you cut the arm from arm to elbow, he's practically dying of that concussion shot, and then Daryl comes by, and he says whether he's got it or whatever back, and it appears to have a whole lot of mess in there too. I didn't know this, oh, he's got face, eyes, and he doesn't have it on the back, it's completely blue, just like, I guess, Mexico. So, they're all blue to it, and I don't know if Mexico will be doing or that's a bad thing, but, just wondering if that was an homage to Breaking Bad, before I caught that everything of it. So, yeah, so that's all you guys, always about that, I never missed it, of course, with everything fine, so take care, guys, don't get it,
I get you again. Aw. It's great.